because Elliot's not here, so maybe I should sing. Should I sing the ACDC?
No, we don't want,
no,
John, don't sing. No. We don't want. None of us should be singing right now. No.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Monday Night Sports Surge show.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that, John.
Thunderstruck. No. Okay.
Oh, too freaking funny.
Did you miss us?
Let me get this. So how we
get
doing,
it out,
gentlemen?
man.
I know it's been 2 weeks because I'm a weak-minded individual and can't handle a little headache, but it is me. Oh. All right, share that to the timeline. Posted. And we're up. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Hey.
Welcome to the Sports Nerds. Welcome, everyone, once again. We are down a man this week as Elliot is not feeling well, and I'm with his health issues. I'm not going to question that. I love the man. I hope he feels better. My apologies to those that did not get the message or the memo last week that we were not live. I should have posted before canceling the show 2 hours ahead of time, but I was down and out myself last week, so I couldn't go. But we're here. We're live again. Not that anybody watches this, but we do this because we love doing it anyway. So,
we have plenty of replays, okay?
Yes, we do. Plenty of replays.
I make sure I upload to 3Speak every week, and there's people that watch it all the time. Big shout out to John Spalding and the Browns fans on the Hive blockchain. Those miserable guys. Those miserable guys. I'm just joking. Hi, Brett.
Hi, Brett.
I love everybody.
Yeah,
no,
Brett.
I'm not gonna make fun of the Cleveland Browns today. I promise.
Well, that's fine. I've got a rant for later, but I'm gonna.
I want the rant. I'm looking forward to the rant.
I've got a rant for later, and I'm gonna hold my breath for the time being. But I do have a rant on because believe it or not, John, the game was broadcast in the Tampa Bay area today, so I was able to watch the entire game from start to finish. Yes.
Wow.
Well, it was the Jim Nantz game, so that's probably why we got it, because the Bucs didn't play until 4:00. We didn't get the Miami game. I'm assuming because they were in Buffalo as opposed to being in Miami, so we didn't get the Miami game down here. So they did broadcast the big game, the Browns and Steelers today here in Tampa. So yeah, I have lots of thoughts and rantings and ravings about what I saw today. So we'll get to that. I do want to go ahead and let Ken have a moment because a Boston icon, not to start a down note, but a Boston icon passed away yesterday. Jerry Remy.
Jerry Remy was a longtime Boston Red Sox color analyst on their broadcast. He played for the Red Sox for about, I think, 6 or 7, 8 years, something along there, from the late 70s to early 80s. He was battling cancer for the last, I believe, 8 years. Had it fairly beaten a couple of times, but reared its ugly head again this year, and it has claimed him. So Boston is going to be in a very sour mood tonight. He was a really fun guy, very popular, brilliant sense of humor. He was absolutely hilarious sometimes on the broadcast, and we will definitely miss Ram Dog, and I do appreciate the shout out for it. But,
there was a story about him in a pizza game. Do you know what that was about?
I've heard it, but I can't remember exactly all the details.
Okay,
but he had a very self-deprecating sense of humor, and he never took himself real seriously. He did love the Red Sox, though, and I'm very glad he got to see the 4 championships, and we're definitely going to miss him. But he'll be a big hole where he was, and won't be able to be filled. But yep, rest in peace, Ram Dog.
Yep. All right. Well, today was a disappointing day for me. Not so much for my other co-host, Mr. John G. Olson, as he has tweeted out multiple times already. Lots of Bills propaganda tonight. I'm assuming with the hat, there's some little Oilers propaganda going on too from him.
It was the perfect weekend for me this weekend. I put it on Facebook. It's rare. Like,
wait, you use Facebook? You use Facebook?
Well, yeah, just for some sports propaganda. Then I'll piss off and won't go back on it for the next week.
What? Wait a minute. Time out. Is it Facebook or is it Meta now?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I won't even get into that. That's a whole other. But yeah, it was a great weekend, man. It's very rare that it's rare that all four of my teams play on the same day, and it didn't happen. But 3 of 4 played yesterday, and then the Bills played today. So I considered it my perfect weekend because
Oilers,
every single team
Raptors,
won.
and now the Bills today.
Leafs, Oilers, Raptors, and then the Bills, and they all won. Even the Raptors, holy moly, donut shop! What a rookie they got. And we can get into that down the road, I'm sure. But yeah, man, I'm happier than a pig in poop. Very happy. Very happy. So
the Bills go welcome Miami to Orchard Park this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
And take care of business. Although the outcome was in doubt for a short period of time, the first half specifically.
The first half was a little frustrating.
3-3 at the halftime. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's actually the first time I think in 15 games that we haven't had the lead going into halftime. So that sucked. And this is supposed to be the blowout game. And listen, they ended up covering the spread, so Vegas is happy, whatever. But you watch the first half. Football is an amazing sport, man. It truly can be the tale of two halves, where on one side of the coin, the first half is just miserable. You don't know what the hell they're doing. The play calling is just suspect. The refs are just absolutely atrocious. And then all of a sudden, something happens. Josh happens. Our defense was lights out again, this week. If Jordan Poyer is not a Pro Bowl safety this year, I'm pretty sure Western New York will riot. He's just amazing. And yeah, what a game. I mean, it was great. I follow a lot of the Bills on the Buffalo Rumblings podcast, and they have Circling the Wagons podcast on. They record it tonight and release it tomorrow. And they have their wall of shame, wall of fame. Like, so you pick, and it's just a little interaction they do with the listeners. And that's what they ask at the end of every game. What's your wall of fame and wall of shame? So this is what I put out. Yeah, Cole Beasley happened. 3rd and Cole happened. And for some unknown reason, some jackholes in the media were saying, should we trade Cole this week? That was the dialogue that was going on, the discussions that were going on in social media last week. Amazing, mind-blowing. Wow. I don't even get it. It's amazing to me. Cole was amazing. Ed Oliver played amazing on defense. Jordan Poyer always comes to play on defense. Tre'Davious White was playing great on defense. But Josh freaking Allen, man. And you know what? I'm going to get on I told you guys it's going to be Bills propaganda. I hope you're ready for it. Especially with Elliott not here, interrupting my damn ass every time I start going on.
Sorry, he doesn't just interrupt you; he interrupts all of us.
He interrupts everybody. As soon as the conversation starts getting good, he tries to bring it back to shit no one cares about.
Yes.
Yeah, I love you, Elliot. Hope you feel better, man. No, Josh, and this is what's so funny. I looked at all of the other young quarterbacks that everyone compared, like Josh and Herbert and this and that and third. And without being too much of a homer, I really do believe Josh is on another level compared to all these young quarterbacks. You saw him, something happened to him in the and he took the team and just the second half offense was just clicking. Like he wasn't looking for the long bomb every time. It was these little short passes. He has the best route receivers in the league, He started using them. He started running over guys. I don't know if you saw that first down he got. He ran through linebackers like they were freaking playing curling.
Right.
Like it was insane. So, and the wall of shame for me was the first half play calling. I thought it was really bad. They just kept going back to the run, and it's just sometimes it just doesn't work. But the second half, Zach Moss starts running great, very effective, but dude, it was great. I mean, the first half was stressful. I mean, as a Bills fan, I thought it was a trap game. I know everyone was saying, "Oh, we're going to squish the fish. We're going to destroy Miami." But I was like, something about Miami. They always seem to play us. It's weird. Their
defense was really great in the first half. They really shut you guys down.
It was reminiscent of what they did last year, Yeah. But yeah, I just, for me personally, I'm glad they got the win. They covered the spread. Hello, Katie. So that should shut people up. But I'm sure there'll be distractors saying, "Oh, look," and this and that and third. But whatever. Great win. We got the win. We're 5-2. Ball's in our court now. We're going down to Jacksonville next week, which I don't want to call it a trap game. But, bro, I'm just.
That's the former Gators coach. I know you like the Gators. That's the only college team you even like. And then Urban Meyer is the former Gators coach. So you're gonna go down there and destroy your old ball coach. So, but that's all right.
Dude, it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see how we do. It should be a good week. Good lots of Bills content out there on the podcast. If you guys are into that stuff, definitely check out Buffalo Rumblings on all their podcasts. It's fun, man. I had the first half was stressful, but that second half was like everything looked like it should have looked.
Right.
And let's just be honest. I mean, Miami is just doo-doo, man.
Yeah,
like
they're really bad. Yeah, they're
really bad, man.
I mean, the thing about Miami is they're just good enough to be irritating. And that's about all I can say is they're competitive to a point where they make you feel uncomfortable for maybe one half, maybe a little bit into the third quarter, and then they remember who they are, and then they fall apart. And
exactly, yep.
And it's not just a new thing. I mean, they've been doing this for 15 years. I mean, ever since Shula retired, and even before then. So Miami is Miami. And that's all I can say is I knew that they've lived their entire existence on that one perfect season that they had, and I could hear the champagne corks popping the other day when Green Bay beat Arizona.
We'll get into Thursday night. Yeah, we'll get into Thursday night here shortly.
But I was glad to see Buffalo bounce back from that debacle in Tennessee the other night. So,
dude,
I mean, John you had to have been pissed off about that game in Tennessee.
Oh God, I would think so.
Bro, it's whatever, man. I mean, it's 2 weeks ago. It sucks. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's it is what it is. But like 9 times out of 10, you give the ball to Josh when it's 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I know we didn't get a chance to talk about that Buffalo Titans game last week because we were not on, but I could hear you the stuff being thrown at the TV.
Bro, my kid usually, when it's especially the primetime games, he'd come over and we get wings and watch the game and stuff, right? Yeah. He was visibly worried about me at the end of that game. Like he's sitting there, he's got like a chicken wing. He's
kind of looking over at you, going, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, and he's like, "You okay, Dad?" Like you haven't said anything in like 10 minutes, and I'm like, "I'm good. I just need a little bit. I need a little bit. I'll be okay."
Yeah, you said you were gonna take a day or two to just step back and think about what happened. So you kind of went into the shadows for a couple of days.
I literally told everybody, especially in my business telegrams and stuff. Yeah. I told everybody, I said, "Guys, I'm going to need a day or so. Like, just leave me alone. I'll be okay. But don't come to me with I can't click this. It doesn't work. Like, don't do that. I will Hulk smash you." Like, man.
I do have a question about today. What happened to Emmanuel Sanders today? He had 4 targets, no catches, nothing. Were they double teaming on him, or what's going on?
No, it's the Buffalo Bills offense. It's very similar to putting a running back in your fantasy team for New England. You don't know, because today was the Cole Beasley show. Last week was the Emmanuel Sanders show. A couple weeks ago, Stephon Diggs gets a touchdown. Stephon Diggs got a touchdown this game. The Gabe Davis seventh catch of the year today went for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox is out. So you don't know with this offense. And what's really refreshing to me is that no one is egotistical and saying, me, give me the ball.
Right.
Everyone said that would be the Stephon Diggs, me, give me the ball. Stephon Diggs is team, give someone the ball. I don't care if it's me. Give someone the ball. And Emmanuel Sanders is not going to sit and pout. I mean, he was targeted 4 times, didn't have a catch, but I don't know. I don't feel any sense of.
I'm just looking at the big goose egg on my fantasy team this week.
Well, I traded, and I got a guy. First of all, I'm in a fantasy league where the guy who runs it, he thinks he's like God's gift to fantasy football. It's so funny. I love the guy. He's one of my best friends on the planet. But I basically taught him how to spell football. But he trying to trade with him is like pulling teeth. He puts running backs value on the top tier. I put wide receivers on the top tier of value. So he finally did a trade with me, and I basically traded him Chuba Hubbard for I had Emmanuel Sanders. Now you got to remember, on my team I have Devontae Adams, I got Jamar Chase, I've got wide receivers of the yin yang. So I had
a good pick.
Yeah, I had Emmanuel Sanders on my bench just sitting there. So I traded basically Chuba Hubbard for Emmanuel Sanders. Well, Chuba did great this week, and Emmanuel didn't do anything. So it made me feel a little bit better at life.
Yeah.
So anyways, what's that? About 15 minutes of Bills propaganda?
Yeah, okay. That's all right. It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's about normal. It's about normal.
Yeah, do we have to go through like the Jacksonville games?
I wasn't going to go through all the games this week.
Because I'm just saying, we could sit here and talk about the Bills, the Browns, and then the Cowboys tonight.
They're playing tonight. Yeah, they're without Dak Prescott.
Let's talk about that.
And Dak's out this week. So, I mean, so.
Dak is out. It's oh, man.
Yep. Yep.
Say hello to Cooper Rush.
Yeah. So I'd like to ask you guys, man. I mean, especially, before we get into everyone else's games, the trade deadline. Like, what do you see your guys' teams doing? Anything? Do you see anything massive happening?
That was gonna be part of my rant. I want the Browns to trade OBJ so OBJ can get a fresh start, because they have not been using him at all whatsoever correctly. Send him on his way. He's obviously not getting target. I mean, he had 1 catch today. The second target he got thrown to was high enough to where he couldn't make the play. And I'm so frustrated and over Jarvis Landry, John. I can spit. He had two or three drops and a fumble today. So, I mean, it's I'll get to that eventually. Yeah, I see them making some moves. We need offensive line help, because we've got so many guys injured on the offensive line. It's not funny. So I want to see some line, even if it's defensive line too, that would work. But our secondary is also banged up bad. I mean, we've had a penultimate of injuries this season, which has been one of the reasons why they're not as good as I'd hope they'd be this year, because a lot of the injuries. The Watson.
He's just talking about Watson with the trades and stuff.
What Watson? Who Watson? Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson.
You know what, Brett? To be honest, I could give 2 shits about Deshaun Watson and where he goes. I could give 2 shits. And I believe I speak for everybody on this panel. Nobody gives a shit about Deshaun Watson. He needs to go away and never take another snap as long as he lives. That's my opinion. So,
and if you're a front office that trades for him,
you're stupid. You need to be fired.
You are insane.
Yes.
Even if he does, think of the drama that will float around him, even if he is cleared to play and yada yada. Ain't worth it.
If you're a front office guy, Watson is a cancer. You do not want him on your roster.
Now,
period.
Right now, Deshaun Watson has more baggage than Colin Kaepernick. So
Yes,
you
a
know,
lot more.
they both have
Yeah.
more than Sam
Yeah,
tonight.
it
So.
sucked because he's top 5 quarterback in the league, man. Definitely, and now he's like
A pariah.
obsolete.
Yeah, well, he is the reason for his own troubles at this point, is my opinion.
Yeah.
It's his own damn fault.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about, since Katie is here, I do want to talk about that Thursday night game. That was a great game.
What a great game.
Yes. Cardinals and the Packers. A-Rod, and the meme that has gone viral around the world, and that third down run, whatever it was, and the helmet half off, and his just the look on his face and everything. And Elliot's had a field day with that meme in the group all week long. But I tell you what, never doubt Aaron Rodgers, guys. You never doubt the man. He is. I mean, he is. As of active players, he's the best in the league right now. I'm not talking about past years. I'm talking about this season. Right now, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL. And I will never doubt him 1 second. With 2 minutes on the clock and 80 yards to go, he's going to do it. What a game. It was great. I mean, they were up 10-7 at halftime, and they traded touchdowns the rest of the game, ended up winning 24-21. That interception that Murray threw at the end of the game, what was A.J. Green doing in the end zone, not looking back for the ball, guys? Did you see that play? Are you kidding me with that shit?
A.J. is getting roasted for that.
Dude, and that's what I love AJ, man. Like, that's, I don't know, man. I mean,
I like AJ Green too. I mean, we played him twice a year, and when he was in Cincinnati, he burned us so many times when Cleveland played Cincinnati. But what are you doing?
What was really hilarious is the fact the guy who intercepted the pass had been traded from Arizona to Green Bay earlier this year. I'll take that.
I mean, Rodgers didn't have a great game as far as yards. I mean, he only threw for 184. He was 22 of 37 for 184. He had some struggles, but he still threw for 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones had a touchdown. AJ Dillon had a decent game. And of course, they were without Devontae Adams because of COVID. So their go-to guy was actually Aaron Jones. Was the leading receiver for the Packers Thursday night.
They were down both Devontae Adams and Lazard.
Randall Cobb came through, had 2 touchdown catches. The old guard, Rodgers' second favorite guy on the team, Randall Cobb, and and as Ken said earlier, you can hear the champagne corks popping in Miami because the Cardinals were the last undefeated team for the season. So Kyler Murray came out of that game with an injured ankle. He may not play next week. That's how bad it is. It's a sprained ankle. So he's going to be questionable going into next week. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable. It was one of the best Thursday night games, but it was one of the most hyped Thursday night games going into it, and it lived up to its deal. I mean, because it was a really good game.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, John? Did you watch it or no?
I liked it. I mean, my kid was depressed as hell, but he had to suffer through my misery, so I can suffer through his.
There you go. There you go.
It was one of the more entertaining ones. I mean, it was in doubt until the very last 30 seconds. So
yep.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great game, man. I enjoyed it. It's good when you get those primetime games that are not snooze fests or blowouts.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. Normally the snooze fests are saved for Monday nights this time because ESPN usually gets shit games. I mean, tomorrow night, the Giants and KC. Giants don't have a chance. Okay. So
you said the Giants don't have a chance?
Yeah.
Really?
No, the way KC's playing, you never know.
Really? It's Kansas City, and Kansas City is not the Goliath everyone says they were.
No, they're last in the division right now. But it's Arrowhead on Monday night. They're probably going to step up and be up to the task. Yes, Brett. Casey is playing like that. Thank you for your comments.
Take some frustrations out on.
Oh, I'm here. Watch
Oh,
out.
Matt's here. Look out. Look out. That's Matt Wallace is in the house.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
that's
Nosy.
him.
Well, if Nosy
Yeah,
knew how to
Nosy's here.
click a
Oh,
button,
I'm here. Watch out.
yeah, he doesn't know how to click the button, so his name
Nosy,
shows.
let me give you the link. Click on this link,
Bro,
Nosy.
dude, I can't even talk smack to him, man. I feel so bad for this guy and his team. Like, holy crap, man. Like, they're just getting pummeled. And it's not
Week
like lack
after
of
week
trying, week after week after week, and it's not like they're not trying. Like, you know, they hustle. You know, their coach is an emotional dude, man. Like, you know, but damn the Lions, man. Damn, just damn. And he's like a Michigan fan, so I don't know what the hell that means too. So I guess
that's kind of what it means to be a Michigan fan. He's having issues today because of the Michigan State game yesterday too. So
yeah, well,
it's
you know
not been a good
what?
game for me.
I know how you feel about college football. That's all right.
Lions fan.
Yeah.
David Vanderbilt would be among those. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There you
go. Poor Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is who we thought Sam Darnold was. There, it worked, Matt. Good.
There you go. There you go. No,
there you go.
Welcome, man. And sorry about your loss.
No, you're not, John.
I feel for Detroit because they don't even have like a sense of hope. Like I don't. This is the thing. Sorry, Scott. I don't have I don't feel bad for Cleveland fans because Cleveland always hypes themselves up and they have for the past couple of years. I'd like to see Cleveland win because I like Rust Belt teams. Let's go. Yeah. I'm all for it. But Detroit doesn't even have like any glimmer of hope, like at all. At all. I mean, I guess
that goes for the Pistons and the Red Wings as well. So,
the Pistons got that Cade Cunningham kid, and we can get into that too. But you know, I mean, I guess this is the thing. I guess the bright spot for the Lions would be this: they've got one of the anchors already with Sewell, right? I mean, you have the start of a good O line, and like, oh yeah, Stafford, man. Man, Stafford is like, dude, the happiest guy in the world.
Stafford's like a kid in a candy store right now. I mean, he really is. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if there was ever a perfect situation for Matthew Stafford, it was the Los Angeles Rams. Are you kidding me? Sean McVay is just running that team like a well-oiled machine. It's just unbelievable right now.
Well, what's the best team in the league?
Before we anoint them the next coming, let's remember who they were playing today.
Well, yeah.
No,
true.
yeah. I mean, it's
Texans.
I know, and then they ended up in the second half. They put up like 20-something points, right, against them.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, right now, despite what happened Thursday night, I still think the Cardinals are the best team in the NFL. Just because
I would not argue that. I would not argue them.
I'd still put the Rams up, man.
I was gonna say I'd put the Rams second.
Just their offense.
You know what?
You know.
You know who else I would put up there? I think I'd put Green Bay up there. Because Green Bay has won 6 in a row now, 7 in a row, and
getting blown up by New Orleans the first week. They've run off 6 in a row. Yeah.
Don't sleep on the Packers.
So I mean, the best teams are all in the NFC at this point.
Right now, yeah.
Well, and Buffalo's up there, but I'm sorry because of that hiccup against Tennessee. I'm kind of reluctant to put them in the top echelon.
Bro, dude. I've gone over this countless times this week with pundits. Okay, they were a slipped foot away from winning the game. A slipped foot. That's not a bad execution. That's not a bad game plan. That's not a bad, shitty decision. That was a slip. That's it. From being 6-1.
Instead, now they're 5-2.
Just saying. Context matters.
It's everything, right? Context is everything.
Context matters. But then if someone will say, "Oh, look at the teams they play. They're all shit teams. You guys lost against the Steelers." It's like,
Tennessee's not.
Yeah, week by week, man. I mean, it's just any given Sunday. It's the NFL. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know what? That phrase has been the phrase of this season, because any given Sunday, like Pittsburgh winning there against Buffalo week 1, that was any given Sunday. Okay,
Dude, today the freaking Bengals losing to the Jets. I mean, the Bengals were anointed the best in the AFC. It was like, they were. What happened there?
Yeah,
you had a guy who's never played a snap.
How about the Jets beating the Bengals? I'm happy. Yes, but the
Mike,
Jets
Mike Smith is what's the guy's name? Mike White.
Mike White. Yeah,
400 yards. The second guy ever to do it.
And he's only the second quarterback to throw for over 400 yards in his first NFL start. You know who
That's
the other
a better
guy is?
question, Brett. The better question is Zach Wilson's position in jeopardy now? Because Zach didn't do any of that crap.
Right.
At all.
Yep. And like I said, White was only the second quarterback to ever throw for 400 yards in his first start. You know who the other guy was?
Probably like Joe Montana.
Some guy named Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Was the other quarterback that did that in the first start. Yeah.
Did you see what Josh tied today, speaking of Cam?
What?
Did you see what Josh tied today, speaking of Cam?
What did Josh tie today?
50 games. 50 games, 28 rushing touchdowns in the first 50 games of his career, and he tied Cam.
Wow.
He tied Cam for
it?
Yeah.
By the way, Brett, the key words in that is for now.
If
we go 6-1, I'll be very happy.
Yeah, there's liable to go. There's liable to go 10-1 as they are 5-5 in the next 5 games. So I mean, it is what it is.
Rappaport just tweeted, Jameis Winston is significant, so it's potentially season ending.
Oh wow, Clarky, I need you to click on this link so we can see your name in chat. That was Clark that said Cam sucks. Spoken like a true.
That is not good.
Spoken like a true Patriots fan. Cam sucks. But yeah, I mean, the Bengals losing today doesn't prevent me from fearing them next week, because the Browns play the Bengals next week in Cincinnati. So, and after that performance today that the Browns put up, they're gonna. I'm real nervous. They're 3-4. They could very well be 3-5 next week. After next week. So, speaking of the Browns
and Bengals get together, you need to throw out two things. You can throw out the record book and throw out the rule book.
True. Let me just get into my rant. It's my turn, John.
I'm looking forward to this. Let's hear it, man. Let's go.
Let's hear it.
So the Browns welcomed, and I say that lightly, the Pittsburgh Steelers into Cleveland today. And same score at the half as your game today. It was 3-3 at halftime, John. What I witnessed today, and again, like I've said in pre-show, the game was actually broadcast in Tampa, so I was able to watch the incomplete game. I didn't watch Red Zone. I just watched the Browns game today. So I had a unique, because I knew the way the game was going that Red Zone wasn't going to be showing a lot of what was going on in Cleveland. Regardless, our defense can't tackle. Our receivers can't catch. Specifically, the two receivers that we pay the most money to. And that would be the one Odell Beckham Jr. and one Jarvis Landry, John's favorite player. Jarvis Landry did not make his salary today at all, did not earn anything. He had 5 targets and caught 1 ball. 2 or 3 of those were drops. They were in his hands. Baker put it on his numbers, and he dropped them. He also had a fumble because he was trying to get more yardage, and he wasn't protecting the football. He had actually, he did have 5 catches for 65 yards, but he was targeted 10 times, excuse me. So he was 50% in catching his balls. Odell had
Hi, Arnie.
one. He had, I don't know why I only say he had 1 target. I think he had 2 targets, but that's just me. Hi, Army.
Hey, Army.
Today's loss is not on Baker Mayfield. Baker played well, considering his shoulder issue, and considering what, he's been off a week. But my issue today was that first half, the play calling. They did not use the running game. I mean, Nick Chubb had 16 carries for 61 yards. D'Ernest Johnson had 4 carries for 22 yards. They did not run the football. That was my issue. They only ran it 20 times. Baker seemed to be dropping back or in the shotgun every other play today. And he's not throwing the downfield either. He's throwing these dink and dunk passes. I guess that's the scheme they set up for today. It's there, Steve. And I'm just disgusted. Defense. God knows we've got injuries on this team. I mean, from top to bottom of the roster, the defense is decimated with injuries. We lost our right tackle today, Treader. He went down. It looks like it might be significant. It was an elbow injury. I mean, this team has been a walking triage unit the entire season. And yet we're still 3-4, which we were at one point in time, we were 3-1. But I don't know. I said we're 4-4, not 3-4. We're 4-4. We at one point in time we were 3-1. The last couple of weeks, last 2 or 3 weeks, have been just agonizing to watch because this team has got I don't see the fire in this team. There was one moment today where I saw a lot of fire. Baker had to scramble for a first down. He got knocked out of bounds. He got up and he stood up all out of there, pumping his fist and doing this and all that stuff after the hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Brett asked if Baker was worried about another big. I don't think he was worried about a big hit, Brett. To be honest, I think the coaching staff was worried about him getting hit. He still got sacked multiple times today, for at least 4 times that I saw, maybe more. But I still think the coaching staff put a game plan together, trying not to get Baker hurt and not freeing him up to do what he needed to do to win the game. Because he wasn't throwing the long ball at all today. He wasn't doing it. Which tells me they were throwing short balls so that he would not be in the pocket any longer than 2 or 3 seconds to avoid that big hit that was going to hurt him any further. So I think they played defensively on offense to protect him. This team has got so much talent, but it's not being used, and the guys are not playing right. I mean, there were players out of position in defense today. They're just not a cohesive unit, and I have concerns. And again, I go back to after the draft and into the offseason as far as what moves the Browns are making, and I said on paper they're a really good team. I want to see it on the field. Up to this point, I have not seen it on the field, so I have no optimism about this team making the playoffs whatsoever. None.
Wow.
None. Okay. I'm a diehard Browns fan for damn near 50 years. So as long as I can remember watching football from as a kid. I remember the glory days in the 80s with Bernie Kosar and all those guys. It was a great time, even though we were disappointed as well because Denver sucks. I hate Denver with a passion. But
dude, you hate every team.
No, just Denver. Denver, Pittsburgh.
No, you hate Baltimore. You hate Baltimore. You hate Baltimore. You hate
Baltimore,
Pittsburgh,
and Denver are my top 3 hating teams in my head. Then you go into the New Orleans, the New Englands, and the Dallases. Sorry again. Teams like that. But that's just me. But
sure.
I have no optimism that this team, the way this team is playing right now, that they'll make the playoffs. And as of right now, per their record, they're last in the division. some place that no pundit or no prognosticator ever, even thought they would be. People were thinking this team was going to go 11-5. I'm just hoping for 8-8 at this point. That's where it is. So
9-8 or
well, I'm sorry, 9-8
or 8-9.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. So,
gotcha.
I'm disgusted. I really am. I sat here and just shook my
Bro,
head.
I didn't even see you on social media. That's how I know it was bad.
Yeah.
Like you usually, like when they're sucking and you'll usually say some things. You were like nothing.
I had a couple of back and forth with Josh today on Ken's tweet. But it wasn't, I just sat here and it was just like, really? This is what you guys are doing all day long, and I'm watching it live. I'm not watching it through Red Zone. I'm watching it live because it was on broadcast TV down here. So I just,
oh shit.
I was just disgusted. Yeah.
Bro, I didn't even, did you see what, sorry. No, keep going. There's rants. Keep going. Sorry.
But
wow.
Brett brings it going. Next four for the Browns: Cincy, New England, Detroit, and Baltimore. We'll probably go 2-2 in those games. Maybe 1-3. The way they're playing right now, they could lose to New England. Sorry, Nosy. They're not losing to Detroit. No one's losing to Detroit this year.
I'm rooting for Detroit, Nose.
So I'm just saying it's bad in Cleveland right now. And Brown's Twitter is just going freaking insane right now. They're calling for Baker's head. They're calling for OBJ's head. They're calling for Joe Brown's head, who's the defensive coordinator. And it's just, in Brown's Twitter, as much as Bill's Twitter is insane, John, Brown's Twitter is probably twice as bad. It's really, these fans in Cleveland just, they're stupid. They're stupid. So, I even had seen a couple tweets where people were calling for Kevin Stefanski to be fired after today's game. So, that's how bad
I always think that's funny. Like, I saw the same thing in the first half too. Like, Brian Dable needs to be fired. Like, no, he just played. He called a shitty first half. That doesn't mean he's a shitty offensive coordinator. Right. It's like it's crazy. Fans are like, we are a weird bunch.
You know what?
Successful
franchises do not fire their head coaches after 2 or 3 seasons. They don't fire their coordinators after 2 or 3 seasons. They don't do it. Look at Pittsburgh. How long has Mike Tomlin been there? And when's the last time Pittsburgh had a decent season?
Brett put up when we were talking about the Dolphins. Like, should Brian Flores be worried about job security in today's NFL? Sadly, yes, he should be. He shouldn't be though. Because I think the worst thing you could do is take him, who's a young coach who had a great season last season, and then totally rip it out and start. Like that's the wrong thing to do. And I'm back to Bill's propaganda. When the Bills got Brandon Beane and they got Sean McDermott, they knew that was the regime, ride or die, and that gave stability. And when you start flipping offensive coordinators, head coaches, front office guys. The players they got to change their entire, like, it's not like these guys have 82 games a season to figure it out. They have 17 games now. That's it. And you can't, like, I don't know, man. Anyways, sorry to take your rant away.
He should not be fired. He's not on the chopping block. Look what the Browns' history. They've had 4 head coaches the last 5 years. Okay, so I'm sorry. What are you doing? I think Jimmy Haslam, who's the owner of the Browns, knows that Joe Barry and Kevin Stefanski is the combination that's going to make this franchise successful in Cleveland. They need to get the right pieces in the right places to make it work. Right now, it's not working. There's no cohesiveness right now. Players are not in spots they're supposed to be in. They're not following the direction that they're being given by coaching. The coaching needs to step up and teach these guys, look, this is what you got to do. This is where you got to be. And this is what is up. If they don't follow that, then go get rid of them and find someone else to come in that will do that. Okay. Best player on the field today was, what's his name? Johnson the third. Their first round draft pick this year.
Najee Harris? Or
No,
you're talking about not Pittsburgh. I'm thinking,
Cleveland.
why did I think Pittsburgh? What the hell's wrong with me?
Cleveland.
They're rookie?
They're rookie, yes. Greg Newsome the third.
The corner, yeah.
Greg Newsome the second. He was the best player on the field today.
Why did I think Pittsburgh? Oh, because weird.
Yeah.
Something wrong with
Newsome was the best player on the field today. He was all over the place, and he was dead on in coverage, and just played his lights out. So it's, again, we still lost a couple players to injury today. So it's I'm frustrated, but then again, as a Browns fan, I'm used to frustration, so it's not a new feeling for me. So I just want them to play better. They've got 4 games left until their bye. I like to see them go 2-2 or 3-2, 3-1 in that game. I don't expect to beat Baltimore, but I would very much like to see them beat Cincinnati and New England. They will beat Detroit. I'm calling my shot. They do Cold Stone locks on NFL Network in the mornings. Boom, boom. They're going to beat Detroit. I'm not worried about that game. And Myles Garrett is now the leading sack, has 10.5 sacks, which leads the NFL. Loved his costume, but I would much rather have a Browns win than just see him get all dressed up in costume. But did you see his costume today, guys? With all the dressed up as the Grim Reaper with a cape, and on the back of the cape was all the quarterbacks he sacked over his career. That was awesome. Yeah. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Boswell, yes, Chris Boswell, the kicker for Pittsburgh, on a flubbed 2-point convert, on a flubbed faked field goal, got blown up when he was running towards his sideline, and he got hit with a concussion. So yeah. The Sack Reaper, yes, Katie. The Sack Reaper is a beautiful term, and that's exactly who Myles Garrett is. So, but I have to be patient and expect that it's going to get better. There's still 9 games left, guys. Anything can happen. Yeah. Boswell got blown up. He did. Moving on. That's my rant.
Okay. The views expressed by Scott Wright are necessarily the views of the sports nerds, since he is a sports nerd. This is his project. I had to get that in there.
It's my show. The views expressed by the sports nerd are the sports nerd show views. I'm just saying, it's my show, so yes, it is.
Yes, that's what I was. I got one question about the game. What was Harrison thinking, going out of bounds and drilling Roethlisberger that late? I mean, that was ridiculous. It's already a heated rivalry. I mean, you're just pouring gasoline on the fire doing that. Ronnie Harrison is the guy that got ejected in game 1. Yeah,
the first couple of plays. Okay, this is the guy that got ejected. His temper has been an issue the entire season. He has no control over his emotions, and he needs to step back and take a look at the back and just tone it down a little bit. He was getting blasted all day long because of what he was doing today. I mean, and he had a late hit out of bounds today, and not just on Roethlisberger. I think Roethlisberger was. I don't know. If it was Roethlisberger. It wasn't Roethlisberger he blew up. It was somebody else he blew up out of bounds today.
I thought it was Roethlisberger.
That may have been Harris.
He was headed out of bounds. He was already out of bounds, he
was out of bounds, and I think it was Najee Harris, to be honest. And Harrison comes in and just does a shove out of bounds. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I mean,
I'd just like to say this to Katie.
Agreed. You'd have Ken read that disclaimer every episode.
Got blowed up.
Yeah. But
hey, did you see what Matt put in there today?
What?
About Calvin Ridley? I didn't even know that.
I didn't see
He's
it.
taking a
What was
break
it?
from the NFL.
Yes, Calvin Ridley put a statement out earlier today. He was he was stepping back from football to take care of his mental health. It was a statement put out by the team that he had posted.
What does that do then? I mean,
he's their best receiver right now, isn't he?
pretty much him
Yeah.
and Kyle Pitts, but I mean, damn. Oh, I wish him well, but holy crap, that's crazy for the offense now for Atlanta. Like, I mean,
yeah, he was not on the roster. They did a personal reasons, and I guess there's some
do they trade
Not
for
good
OBJ?
news.
They can have him. I don't want anybody. I don't want
Wow.
anybody from the Falcons on our roster at this point.
The draft picks, you wouldn't get player for player. I mean,
Yeah, no kidding.
a fourth rounder. Or
I had
something,
not.
maybe?
By the way, Brett, I had not seen that or heard that, so that's very interesting. So,
What, the head
thank
coach
you
of
for the little
TCU being
tidbit.
released?
Yeah, being fired. They got beat 31-12 by K-State yesterday, so
Oh, Jesus.
they've been going downhill ever since. So, wow, that's interesting.
I can't find the quote. I can't find the post. By Calvin Ridley. Hang on a second.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah, but I can't.
Nosy
find the
sent
tweet.
it to me, but
Yeah, but I can't find the tweet.
Twitter.
Whenever I hear his name, I think of The Right Stuff. And
Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, because
Word.
that's what Yeager kept saying. Ridley, you got any Beemans?
Oh, I got you. Okay, yes.
Yeah, I might have me a stick. Well, me somebody.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back. Fair enough.
What a great movie that was, huh, Jack? Kenny? It was an awesome movie. Where the heck did it go? Oh, let me see if I can do a search. Anyway, so let's see. What else can we talk about here? New England goes into LA and beats the Chargers. Thank you, Nosy. Nosy just posted a link to the tweet.
Thank you, Nosy.
Yeah. So the Patriots go into LA and beat the Chargers. What do you guys think about the Patriots? Are they playing above their pay grade this year, or what's going on with that, John?
Who cares? Whatever, man. Like, they're making Mac Jones out to be this, like, the second coming of Brady. No, he's a check down quarterback. He's a game manager. He's whatever. I don't think he sucks. I think he's good. I think that sucks for the Bills to have a competent quarterback in the same division. But, dude, it's I don't care. Like, can this team just, like, cease to exist, please? Just, like, enough talking about them. It's so not like, sorry, Clarky, I love you, man, but it's just
they
come on,
won't go away, will
bro,
they?
it's like we've had 20 years with these jackholes. Can we just, like, like, enough? Like, it's bad enough that I got to deal with Brady and actually like him now that he's like a freaking buck and he's hilarious on Twitter. If anyone saw what he did on Twitter with the Chicago game last week, that was hilarious. Yes. But no, I don't, like, you got to be a hip hop kid to know what he did. But he had Love Sosa playing in the background by Chicago rapper Chief Keef, which is arguably one of the most hardcore Chicago records of all time when it comes to hip hop. And Tom Brady is sitting there doing a selfie video with Chief Keef playing in the background. It was the troll job of the century. And I'm like, I like this guy now. Like, I can't. Why is this happening? Why do I like Brady now?
Since coming to Tampa Bay, he has allowed his personality to expand and come out to the forefront. Because in New England, he had to be reserved and be the Tom Brady he was in New England. Coming to Tampa, he's allowed to be himself.
Good.
So we're actually seeing the real Tom Brady in Tampa.
Yes. I like him.
I love
Tom Brady.
Yeah. And speaking of that game today, Jameis went down with a serious knee injury. It looks like
that's what Peyton just said in the news conference, that he thinks
it looks like it might be serious.
Yeah. Bills play them in a month in New Orleans, Thanksgiving. So.
In New Orleans.
But there was a Trevor Siemian sighting in New Orleans.
What happened to Taysom? Is he hurt or something?
I guess Sean Payton wanted to go with Trevor Siemian instead. I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't look
good.
Got the win.
Put in and play his place 2 or 3 weeks ago too. So,
I mean, New Orleans won by 36-27.
36-27.
Yeah.
Well, Katie, I mean that's a given. You know, it's a given. Anytime you start, throwing up some Bitcoin stuff and some crypto stuff in your tweets, I've got to love you, man.
You gave that guy 1,000, but you gave him Bitcoin.
Oh, I know. And people are like, "You think it's a fair deal?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, it's a fair deal."
67. What is it? 68, 69 grand at this point?
No, it's about 60 grand, but that's not the point. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. So who cares what it's worth today? What's it going to be worth in 10 years from now? It's going to be a freaking. Anyways, enough of that. I've done my crypto. Trying to spread propaganda.
Crypto propaganda for the week, guys. Okay.
I've been trying for years, but no one listens to me. I'm sitting there trying to get people on Hive, and they're like, "Oh, I like this Facebook stuff. I like being censored by Zuckerberg, and now it's Meta. Oh, now we're Meta." It's like, oh my gosh! Like you guys would pay attention to what I've been screaming about 5 years. Oh, there goes Nosy. Because Nosy, I've had to deal with. Nosy's like, "Oh, come play Call of Duty with us again." I'm like, "Bro, I'm making $300 a day playing a freaking card game on the blockchain. Why am I going to? No, I'm happy. I don't want to play that. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it.
Too funny. Well, Simeon didn't. I mean, he was 16 of 29 for 150 and a touchdown.
Thank you, Katie.
That New Orleans.
I love you, Nosy.
Nolans, is that what you said? Nolans.
Yes.
It's about your friends and not.
Nosy. Then, if you're my friend, send me money. How about that? How about that, man? Dude, stream. I want you to stream. I want you to stream on Twitch.
Yes.
Let me, because I'll throw it up, man. I'll give you high fives, bro. I'll do the little sponsoring, whatever the hell it does. I don't even know. I'm starting to do streams. Anyways, keep going. Sorry, John. Butterflies. Look. Squirrel. Oh.
Too funny.
Dude, I don't even know where my Xbox is. I think it's in the basement.
Wow.
Bro, it's bad. It's my love for blockchain has reached anyways. And the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I mean, he loves blockchain almost as much as he loves his Bills, which is bad. You said, "I'll send you one, John."
Hey, one of those new ones? I'm here for it. Exactly, Katie. Something shiny. New Xbox? You're sending me one? Okay.
Oh, that's great.
I got a headache. I feel like you last week right now. Migraine. Just coming on. Oh, boy.
So Tom Brady goes 28 for 40 for 375. He had 4 touchdowns.
That pick six, though, was just ugh.
He did throw two interceptions. And he also had a fumble.
He is human after all.
Knows he's giving you. Isn't that lovely? Oh.
Tender. I'll get you on the phone with the wife. You guys can talk. And you can make her feel really guilty, Nose. Real guilty.
Katie's had a great week because the Astros are losing. The Packers won. So, I mean, go Braves. Go Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
They're up 3-1 against the Astros in the World Series. They can win it all tonight.
Who cares?
I know. John doesn't care.
Tomahawk.
I'm telling you, it's a sickness I have. Football, NFL football, is literally like the only sport I care about when my team isn't playing. Every other sport, as soon as my team is not in, it's dead to me. It's dead to me. It's a sickness. I have problems. Oh, please,
Brett,
Matt, please.
Brett, we're not talking politics. Stop. No, we're not doing that. Anyway, going ahead. Go ahead, John.
I have nothing. I just say go team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird, bro. And it's not like it's not like like you guys are talking about baseball. It's just like it's weird for me, man. There's something wrong with me. I don't think I'm a sports fan. I'm a sports team fan. Like, does that make sense? Unless it's football. With NFL, I'll watch everything. It could be the Jaguars and the frickin' Dolphins in London, like it was a couple weeks ago, and I watched it. And the game started at like 7:30 in the morning for me.
Yes.
I still watched it.
A scoring update. Minnesota just scored a touchdown. They're up 6-0.
Who got the touchdown, sir?
That would be Adam Thielen, sir.
Adam Thielen. Type in Adam Thielen.
Gunshot.
John just got fantasy points.
Bro, I won the game already, but I just love when my guys do good. Yep. Big shout out to the baller, man.
Yep.
Anyways. Yep. Oh, Nosy, you ready to do Bible study, buddy?
Oh, no.
Anytime, sir. Anytime. You ready? I'm good to go, bro.
Nosy, don't encourage him, please. Don't do it, Nosy. Don't
good to go.
Him.
Katie, absolutely I am. Every sense of the word.
Yes, John's a relatively smart gentleman, so he's smart about most things. So, because to my detriment, I fail to listen to him because I'm just lazy. But that needs to change.
You are, Matt. You are. Okay. We got to spell the prop. He says, "Yeah, it's gone now. Never mind. The chat was too quick."
Oh, what did he say?
He said, "But you're a dick." But he said, "YOUR" instead of.
Oh yeah. You learn. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. Yes.
We're not just nerds. We're police too.
Grammar police.
Grammar police. Yes.
Grammar police.
Yes. That's correct.
Yeah. I always laughed at that because I've been writing blogs since 2003. I have a book published, and I used to get people like, "Oh, you spelt a word wrong," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, that's great. I've still been publishing blogs since 2003, and there's the book right there." But hey, thanks.
There's John propaganda right here. This is John's book. I have it in my possession.
Yes.
It is published.
Classic.
Thank you very much.
Classic material. 2007 classic.
Yes.
Yes, Brett, very happy. Morgan, and a pretty good deal, man. Pretty good deal. I think it's 7.5 for a real good D-man. So I'm happy with that. They got to do something in the offseason because it's not working with all those guys they're paying, but Morgan is a guy they definitely should have paid for, and they did. So happy with that for Morgan. He's a good D. Love him. Anyways, that's my Toronto Maple Leafs content. We can go on to the Oilers whenever you're ready. So
we said grammar police. He's calling you a grammar Nazi, John.
That's fine. It's like the soup Nazi. That's fine. Whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
No.
Another game I want to talk about: Tennessee and Indianapolis.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz pulled a Wentz.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah,
it's like Melvin Gordon fumbling the ball too, when all they had to do was run out the clock. Like,
correct. Yes.
Like there's certain players in the league. It's just they will always do these type of things, and Carson Wentz is one of those guys. I'm the toughest.
What happened to the Colts? We got Melvin,
man.
I mean, Indianapolis dominated the game for the majority of it. I mean, they were. It was. Carson had a good game up until that last pick he threw. So, I mean.
But you know what? What have you done for me lately?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, I'm singing Janet.
27 to 51 for 231 and 3 touchdowns. He did throw 2 picks, including the last one that cost him the game. Tennessee takes control of that division with a hammerlock on first place in that division.
Can't touch this.
That is a full Nelson on the AFC South.
They got a stranglehold on that division, yes. So, Tennessee's they came out of the gate kind of sort of slow. Okay. But they've racked up really good victories. They beat Baltimore. They beat Buffalo.
Hey,
Sorry, John. But they did.
but-
They won.
but there's
They
reasons
won.
why.
Scoreboard.
Yeah.
Scoreboard.
Can we talk about fantasy? Yes, Matt. Yes. I might have a spot for you in a fantasy league, even though it's middle way through the league. We just got a manager that's pooping the bed, so I might get with you about that. Sorry. Yeah, no, Tennessee don't care. Who cares? Don't care. Tennessee is Tennessee. They're a whack team.
Expect to see them meet them in the playoffs. Buffalo will be probably playing them in the playoffs.
And 9.5 times out of 10 will be.
We have a score update. The Atlanta Braves are up 4-0 on the Houston.
Yes.
I believe that might have been a granny.
Katie, I am of that generation. Well, I'm not. What generation am I? I don't even know.
You were born in 70 what?
77.
You're Gen X.
You are
Gen X?
Yeah, you're Gen X. I think so.
Gen X, yeah.
Hey, man, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, greatest producers of the 80s. And if you know that reference, then you're cool. If you don't, you are not cool.
I'm a part of that generation just after the baby boomers. I'm in the next generation. My mother is a baby boomer. So
am I.
So you are the guys that screwed it up for the rest of us. Thanks a lot.
Yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, boomers.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Katie. Definitely you're cool. Yeah. You get the cool pass.
I can vouch for Katie being cool. I've known Katie and Ken for over 20 years, and I can vouch Katie being pretty cool. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got.
Yes, I've actually talked to her. I've actually talked to her on the phone and on camera before. So yes, I can vouch for Katie being very cool. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I met Nosy in the middle of a snowstorm in Podunk, Michigan, like 10 years ago. That was fun.
We could put ourselves on.
But I thought all of Michigan was Podunk. Ken.
Oh, dude, no, it was Podunk, man. Like,
really?
It was like he's like, okay, well, you got to get off the interstate and then you go to the town. I get to the town. He's like, okay, then you got to go 20 miles past the town. I'm like, where am I going? The guy's like, he's on the phone with me. He's like, oh, it's just around the corner. He's sitting out there in the middle of a snowstorm, smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, dude, where the hell have you brought me to? He's like, oh, I'm just here for a time being. I'm just here. Nosy. Anyways. Dude, it was not like in town at all. Like that's anyways, sorry. Yeah. The context, yes. It was Christmas Eve. Yes, it was 11. Yes, it was. It was like almost midnight, and I'm driving through a snowstorm. Like, I don't know if anybody's been to Michigan during a snowstorm.
It's not
good. They get those cross Great Lakes blasts of snow.
Yeah. The snow's going sideways? Yes. I know.
Going sideways, you can't see anything. The snow drifts are over, like, dude, and you go, Canada's weather sucks. Yeah, go to Michigan. Okay, go to Michigan. Tell me about
Michigan is Canada.
Yeah, dude, if I get 6 inches of snow here in the frozen tundra, that's a lot. Nothing compared to Michigan. Michigan is another level.
That's because of Lake Michigan. You know, the
lake effect snow, man.
The Midwest, where the Great Lakes are, the Great Lakes get some of the worst snow and weather in the wintertime. Is like
South Buffalo. Exactly.
There you go, Katie. Good job. Yes.
I'll tell you guys a story. I was in an online relationship with a girl from just outside Grand Rapids one long time ago. About the same time I joined FFFL. And I actually considered moving up to.
This is 21 years ago.
Yeah. I actually considered moving up to Grand Rapids until she showed me a picture of her front door where the snow drifts were all the way up to the top of the door. So
yes.
I go, let me rethink that.
And we have all seen those pictures of where people open their front door and the drift is like halfway up or three-quarters up.
No, they're not opening the front door.
That's all in Canada.
You can't get out. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything.
You are stuck.
And if your pipes freeze, you're screwed. Because you can't do anything. So, I lived in Northeast Ohio my first 12 years on this planet. And the last winter I spent in Ohio, I'm 12 years old, probably 5'6", 5'7" at that point. I'm still growing. But I am shoveling snowdrifts up to my shoulders my last winter in Ohio in 1979. I will never live, as much as I love my hometown, as much as I love my Browns, as much as I love my Indians/Guardians. I will
whatever the hell they're called.
I will never live in Northeast Ohio again. I love my family. I miss my hometown. It's going to be a great place to visit, but I want to go in August or September where it's cooler, but not quite cold. Okay. I will never live in Northeast Ohio because it's no, because I can't deal with the snow. 25 years ago, next month, my dad will have been passed away 25 years ago next month. And I went back to Ohio in 96 for his funeral. It snowed while I was there. It was only about 2 or 3 inches, but I hated it.
Was that the last time you've seen snow?
That's the last time I've seen snow was in 1996. Yes.
You're not missing anything.
No,
Trust me.
I'm not. I know I'm not. No, I know.
I mean, it's the one thing I hate about Canada. I love my country, and every time that someone tries to make me feel bad, I check my feelings for free with my free healthcare.
Yeah.
But I really wish that we would have annexed Turks and Caicos. That would have been great. We were going to, dude. If you check the history, Nova Scotia was actually champion for it in the 80s and stuff. But for some reason, we love the freaking cold. I was riding back from the airport in the back seat of my sister's car, and we're driving on the highway in a blinding snowstorm. And I'm sitting in the back seat, panicking because I'm thinking we're gonna slide off the road somehow. So, really not understanding that my brother-in-law was able to drive, is driven in the snow his whole life, so that we were completely safe. It's awful.
But I'm a Florida boy, and I did not bring any winter clothes with me on this trip. I had a pair of canvas tennis shoes, not high tops, low tops. And they were actually ripped at the
but you're okay. First of all, this is a really bad story because you're from Ohio. Yeah. Regardless, right. Why would you even do that?
Because I had lived in Florida.
Don't matter. That's like me. That's like me in the middle of December going to Mexico, but bringing my parka and my down-filled jacket.
Yeah, I know.
I know what's going to be.
I didn't have. But John, I didn't have any winter clothes. I live in Florida.
Buy a sweater, man. Especially one of those fancy brown sweaters with no logo. That's just brown.
The ultimate idiot comment on this is the tennis shoes I had were ripped where the canvas met the sole on the sides of the shoe.
Oh, bro, you're killing me, man.
I was really broke at that point in time.
You're killing me, man.
I could barely afford the ticket to go to Ohio to my dad's funeral, but I had to do it. But yeah. I mean, it was. I will never visit Ohio in the wintertime again. Never do it. Nope.
Excuse a red Tonka truck, a Hummer, sir, please, thank you. And a Hummer, living in Canada, is the greatest truck you can own.
You still have that Hummer?
No, I got rid of it. I sold it for my Acadia, my GMC, my urban assault vehicle.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice car right there.
Acadia. Oh, I love my Acadia, man.
Yeah, Acadia's great.
Hi, Jamal. I love it. It's the best car I've owned in my life, man. I've literally driven it across the country 3 times now, and it's the greatest thing in the world to drive. The Hummer, very uncomfortable. No, it was an H3. I loved it though. I loved especially for in the winter. It was just everyone skidding out and stuff. Just that story that you said, Scott. But for me, I drove through that Michigan snowstorm like it was nothing. It was just
you had no worries whatsoever because it was
worries.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it
looked like a cereal toy.
The cereal toy. He called it a Tonka truck earlier. Yes,
he called it a Tonka truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy was sitting out with shorts, smoking a cigarette in -15 weather, but he's telling me that guy in shorts smoking a cigarette on the side of the road.
Nice.
I'm here for the party.
Yeah.
Let me see your red Tonka truck.
Yep. Shout out, happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you're having a great Halloween and get trick.
I ain't celebrating no Devil's Day, man. Get that crap out of here with this crap, man.
Get out of
I
here.
have no candy.
It is Devil's Day, bro.
Yeah,
This poor
I
kid's
have no
ringing the
candy
doorbell here, man. Like my wife's gonna go down and hand them out Bible tracts and stuff,
Oh,
man. Like
Jesus
it ain't happening today, man. So,
God help.
the
you.
Acadia's great. Katie, it's a fantastic car, fantastic. Highly recommended. I'm a GMC fan though, and I know people in Michigan fight over. Oh, you like Ford, found on road dead. Oh, you like GMC. Like you guys fight about brands of cars. I don't know
That's
why.
Michigan,
But
that's where they're made.
I know, but like that's so weird. Like fighting over the brand of car you drive, like weird stuff, man.
Well,
Anyways,
Disney Detroit is the car making capital of the world. So I mean, it's
GM,
that's
Ford, and
why it's
Chrysler, all
hated.
three in Michigan.
Yes.
it was the Acadia was built in. I think it was built in Flint. I'm not sure. I don't even know if Flint's
It's a NASCAR thing. There you go, Katie.
It's
It's a NASCAR thing.
Is it a NASCAR thing?
Yeah, kind of sort of.
Man, I
two
don't know.
GMs were built in Canada.
I
Along
like
with getting
Michigan,
first
though.
turns.
Bro, I like Michigan, man. Plows made by yes.
All right, Nosy, we won't argue that fact. All right. The best thing that came out of Michigan are the plows made by Boswell.
Also getting super excited about left turns. Again, Katie, there's a few things in the world I'll never understand. The obsession with college ball and NASCAR. I don't get it. I even understand. I understand and actually salute Scott's dedication to taking a week off to watch the Masters every year. I totally get it. Some people think it's a little crazy, but I get it. But NASCAR, don't get it.
No, you know what? I've never been to a NASCAR race. The closest I ever got was living in Daytona during Daytona 500 week for 2 years. I happened to live in Daytona when Dale Earnhardt won his Daytona 500. I was living in there. I was working across the street from this racetrack, in fact. But NASCAR is not the NASCAR it was in 2000 or 2001.
No.
It's not.
Well, they don't have any more net zero.
Today's NASCAR is nowhere near what it should be. I hate NASCAR today. I don't like the format. I don't like the way it's set up. I can't watch it unless the 500 comes on once a year. That's the only NASCAR race I will watch the entire season. I will not watch any other race because I can't stand it. I just can't.
I will be right back.
All right. Just can't
After
stand
these messages, we'll be right back. Oh, I started buying some cards for my kids. They sell like cards at Walmart, so I got myself a nice Jordan Poyer card there, right, for my kids. Yeah, and then I got a Josh Allen, right?
Yeah.
The Josh Allen card.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I got for the kids.
Yeah,
they're really excited when football's on now. They have no idea what's going on, but I just try to tell like the team that's in blue or white. That's the team you're cheering for.
Their father is rubbing off on them. That's a good thing. That's good.
Oh, dude,
right there, John.
It is.
It
rubbed off on. It rubbed off on my oldest kid, but for some reason he became a Cardinals fan. I still don't get it.
Yeah, that's bad parenting when you become a Cardinals fan. I don't know what happened.
Well, it's so weird. He started liking Carson Palmer, and I don't get it.
What
like,
the hell?
I know, it's so weird. I don't know, because his grandmother has a house down in Arizona, in the winters. Yeah. So I guess he was going to start. He thought he would get taken to the games or something when he went. I don't know. I don't know. He likes the San Jose Sharks too. I don't know. Questionable parenting. I'm not going to say it's bad parenting on my part.
Questionable, yes.
Definitely questionable.
Because you didn't put him on the teams that you like. So, I mean.
Well, I tried. Dude, I got him some awesome jerseys. I used to drive through Buffalo all the time, go to Walden Galleria, go to Dick's Sporting Goods, get some nice jerseys and stuff. Always would get him. I got him a nice Stevie Johnson jersey. I got him some really Eric Moulds jersey, like really old classic ones. Didn't care. He says the Bills are his second favorite team. But
okay, now he's just trying to get on your good graces.
Trying to just get on. I know it's very bizarre. Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, Brett. That's why it's
Kevin Durant, man. I mean, big shout out to Scotty Barnes. I'm just saying now. Can we talk a little basketball? Is that
sure,
okay?
Go ahead, John.
Because we only got 10 minutes left, and we got to get into hockey too. Because hockey season. Dude, the Toronto Raptors re-signing Masai Ujiri for that head of basketball operations is the greatest thing on the planet because he found Scotty Barnes, and this kid is putting up 20 and 10 games, and he's only had 4 games or 5 games or 6 games already in the season. It's amazing to watch. This kid is what they're saying, a mix between KD and Giannis. So, man, if we got him 4th overall, I'm here for it.
Okay.
Knows your team is the Detroit Lions, sir. Just, you know. Bro, if you were the Arizona Cardinals, you could talk smack if that was your team. You know, if you were the New England Patriots, you could talk shit. But you're
correct.
Fans of the Detroit
Lions.
So
I see that Calgary has you guys in the standings right now in Edmonton.
Yeah, don't care. Do you see who's on our team? We have the greatest 2 players in the league.
Okay.
Connor is amazing, and Leon is my hero in life. So, what did he started the season 6 games with 2 points or more?
Yeah.
He got a point last night. He didn't get 2 points, but he got 1 point. So I think he's got like 14 points in 5 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Leading the league by a landslide already. Zach Hyman has been worth the price of admission. The Oilers are beast. Oilers are beast. Screw Calgary. Calgary sucks, man. I don't care what their record is.
How about the tear that Ovechkin's been on this season?
I hope he hits those records, man, just because it'd be nice to see, but that'll be a tall task to hit Wayne's records. But if anybody's going to do it, it'll be Ovi. I mean,
always had a great start to the season.
The best chance, but they may be too far out of even his range.
Well, he's 36, so he's kind of getting up there. So I mean, he's but he's off to his best start from what I heard in his career, as far as points are concerned.
It's true. I've said this to you guys years and years and years. There's a few dudes that if they come to your town and you have an NHL team to pay to go see, Connor McDavid for sure, guaranteed. But Alexander Ovechkin is worth every freaking dime to see him live.
Yes,
it's insanity.
And he's the guy you like him. It doesn't matter if he's on your team or not. I mean,
I love Ovi, man.
He's one of the most likable players in the NHL. He's a great guy off the ice too. So
yeah, man.
Correct.
I agree.
Play until the day they can't make it. You are correct.
There's something with these guys that come from Europe and play the Jaromir Jagrs, like even the old school like Nicholas Lindstrom for all you Red Wings fans.
Jagger's still playing in his late 40s.
These guys play into their 40s. So Ovechkin playing into his early 40s, I don't see that being crazy talk at all.
Right. No.
He's still got it. So if he does, that'll probably be the biggest story in hockey over the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Because that's an insane, 892 goals?
Yeah, but again, especially with today's NHL, when it's so fast and the players are so good and strong and just big.
It's a lot different than when Wayne was out because they had those little peg stick pads that the goalies had back then.
Correct.
Now the goalies are half the size of the net.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's doing this is it's insane.
Yes.
It's great. I mean,
play. I really do.
One of the biggest advantages that Ovi has is the fact that he doesn't get hurt very often either.
No, he doesn't.
They fairly
but he plays rough. He plays rough too. He's a heavy hitter. I mean, Ovi has taken some dudes out, like open ice hits and stuff. Like,
yes, he doesn't mess around.
It's crazy. I hope he does hit that. So. I don't even. What's going on with your team, Scott? Are they doing anything? I know Buddy Boy is hurt, right?
Right now, they are 4th in the division. We lost Kucherov. I don't know how long he's going to be out. He had a lower.
He'll
body
just come back for the playoffs,
like he did last year, right?
Right, Matt. How did the Wings do last night, buddy?
They lost last night.
Check that score for me, Matt, and let me know what the score was.
But the Lightning, they're 8 games out of first place, right? 8 points out of first place right now, behind Florida. Florida's leading the division right now. So, but they've had a mediocre start to their search for 3, I guess you could say, or their plan to get 3 in a row for the 3-peat.
I'm pissed off. Jeez.
No, Steve. I think he's in his late 40s. He's pushing 50 years old. Yager. That's how old he is. The Bolts aren't playing great. They've won 2 in a row. They've won 2 in a row, but they're 4-3-1 their last 10 games. So I mean, it's been a slow start to the season. It's been a mediocre rise, so to speak, a mediocre start.
And it's you are Matt.
Yes,
just
U''RE, nosy.
But I do agree with that statement.
Yes.
I own that very much.
Yes.
Yes.
But
what a great weekend.
I won't get into hockey until after the Super Bowl. So I mean, we'll see where they are at that point. I can't watch the games. They don't have the cable for the games, but that's all right. I mean, the ESPN now has the NHL package.
You know what's funny? All this cable cutting shit. Like I did it. Like cable. I don't need cable. It pays too much money. The amount of money I'm paying for damn sports streaming is ridiculous. I mean, I pay $20 a month for DAZN, which is my NFL. I'm paying close to $30 a month now for Center Ice, right? For because I can watch the out of market games.
Yeah.
But other than that, obviously, I don't care. So I don't even watch the NBA. It's just like I'll watch highlights. I just you know what? Every time that someone in the NBA opens their mouth, it just turns me off a little bit more. So I just, I'll stick with football.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I agree, Steve. Completely agree.
You're right. Quick shout out real quick?
Good, Ken.
If you get a chance, check out this shot that Luka Doncic hit from the center logo of the arena he was playing in. 3-pointer, swish.
From the logo. You're talking center court.
Center court.
Yeah, because Luka's a beast, man. I mean,
Luka is amazing.
I like the Mavericks. I really do. I like watching them play.
I always liked the Mavericks, man.
Yeah,
Back in the day,
the Mavericks are more European than any other team in the league.
Well, it also helps that I like their owner. Their owner's a big promoter of crypto too, John, in case you didn't know that.
Yeah.
God, these guys don't promote crypto. They promote Dogecoin. I mean, come on, man. This crap shit meme things that they anyways. Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, I do like the Mavericks owner. I like him a lot. Because you know what? He's not afraid to say what he's thinking, and that's good stuff.
No. If he thinks it, he says it.
Yes, he does. And he takes care of his players. He really does. He takes very good care of his players.
Their practice squad and training facilities are the best in the league.
Yeah, their practice facilities are the best in the NBA. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
And their training facilities and their their rehab facilities and the medical facilities, all this stuff. He takes really good care of them. So, anyway, it's time for us to say goodnight, even though it's not quite 9, but it's close enough. I want to wish Elliot well. Hope he feels better.
Feel better, Elliot.
Thanks everybody that showed up tonight. We will see you guys next Sunday. We don't have an outro because Elliot's not here. He's got the music. We don't have it.
Go Bills!
Go Bills! Go Browns! Go Catwell! No, I won't say go Cowboys. Sorry, Ken.
Okay, USA.
Thanks everybody for showing up. We are the Sports Nerds, and we will see you next Sunday. On behalf of my co-hosts, Ken Koslow and John G. Olson, have a great night and a better week. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Are